Hey everybody, so welcome back. So this is kind of like a recap, update of the snowmobiling season. Today is March 26th, 2017. It's Sunday, probably around 2 o'clock, I guess. It doesn't matter. Um, but I'm pretty sure I'm done with the season. It's right now it's about 55 degrees and it's raining out. Um, was gonna hope for another trip next weekend, but looks like that's not gonna happen. Looked at the uh, long-term forecast for the weekend. It looks like it's going to be raining up in Colebrook, and it's going to be about 60 degrees out on Saturday and Sunday. So conditions really aren't going to favor driving 4 hours up there to do a trip. So looks like I'm pretty much done for the year. Ended up with about 1,000 miles, a little bit. It's about kind of the same as last year. This year was kind of like another low snow year. Unfortunately, it's been up and down. The weather's been really unpredictable. At one point in February, it was 70 degrees out on a Sunday. So it's been up and down. So um, did a lot of riding in January and March. February was pretty much a wash. It seemed like every weekend in February, I just had a personal commitment going on, and really wasn't able to get anything going. So February was pretty much a wash for me, which kind of explains the low mileage for the year. Um, so, but something I want to touch on, and I think this is going to pretty much apply to pretty much anybody in the sport. Um, what I always tell everybody is when you're out there, always ride knowing that somebody's waiting for you to come home. Okay? And think about that. All right? It seems this year um, has been deadly, to say the least. In New Hampshire alone, as of March 26th, which is today, we've had 8 fatalities, and I think there's been 47 reported accidents within 3 months, and pretty much all the fatalities, with the exception of 2 or 3 people, all happened up in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. So it's been a sad year, to say the least. I know Maine has had a bunch of fatalities as well. So again, when you go out there, always ride knowing that somebody's waiting for you to come home. Um, Accidents can happen in a split second, that may either impact you or somebody else for the rest of their lives. We all go out there to have fun, but uh, at the end of the day, we also have to be respectful and conscious of what we're doing out on the trails. Everybody needs to stay on their side of the trails. Period. Yeah, everybody needs to stay right. Um, if you read some of the accidents, and it's all typical stuff. People are on the wrong side of the trail, and they come around the corner, and then they either have a head-on with somebody else, or they panic and they go off the trail, and either they hit a rock, a tree, or something else, or the other person goes off the trail and hits something else, or sometimes they both do, and people are getting hurt way more than they should be. So when we're out there, everybody needs to ride more safe. Don't be stupid, for lack of better terms. Um, a lot of it is completely avoidable. Everybody just needs to ride smart. Essentially, it's simple as that. Um, Ride within your limits. Ride within the conditions of the day. Don't take anything for granted, assuming there's going to be nobody on the other side of the trail as you come around that corner. Um, if there's a posted speed limit, usually it's there for a reason. It's not because they're trying to control you. It's usually because there's something going on. So, but not to be negative in the answer or anything like that. But we're all involved in the sport, and we all have families, and they're always waiting for you to come home. And the last thing you want to do is become a statistic out on the trail. So I know in New Hampshire alone, I think there's been in the last 3 or 4 weeks, there's been 10 helicopter rides for taking people out of the woods. So So again, just be aware when you're out there. So be smart, be safe. Okay, so as far as the enough of ranting and negative stuff. So, but as far as the channel, I'm gonna be buying a newer sled in the fall of this year. I already have a fund started, so I'm pretty sure I know what I'm gonna buy. But I think I'm gonna keep it a secret at this point. If you guys have any suggestions on what your recommendations are, go ahead and put them in the comments box. I'd be more than interested to see what your thoughts are. Um, as far as the Fusion, I'm going to be keeping the Fusion. Essentially, it's going to be a my backup, my second sled. I do have a lot of stuff lined up for it for the summer and the spring. Essentially, we're going to be pulling the rear suspension completely out of it again, and we're going to rebuild it top to bottom, rebuild the shocks, replace the springs, replace the sliders, do all the bogies, do all the bearings, completely go through it top and bottom, because at this point it's 11 years old. I don't think it's ever been really touched. So the sled's got 4,000 miles on it at this point, and I don't think the shocks have ever been serviced on it. So needless to say, it's due for an overhaul. So another thing I want to do is update the spindles, the ski spindles, from a Rush or a newer Pro Ride, because the biggest thing with this sled at this point, the steering is still heavy. The Fusions are known for that, and a lot of it is because of the spindle design on it, the way the ski pressure is canted back on the spindle. So we're gonna be doing that, and because I'll give you a hint, somebody else is gonna be riding this sled next year. So basically that's kind of like a precursor as far as what I'm gonna be doing in the spring. I'm sorry, in the fall of this year. So you guys should be able to figure that out. And then there's another couple of things I want to do to the Fusion. Part of it has something to do with the cooling on it. I'll give more details throughout the year. I haven't completely decided if I'm going to do this or not. I really don't want to get into it at this point, because I haven't decided if I'm going to do this particular project. If I do, it requires some fabrication, and I'll explain more as I get to that point if I do decide to do it. So, and then there's a couple other minor things I'm going to do as far as general maintenance and everything else. But essentially, the Fusion isn't going to go anywhere. It's a great sled, and at this point, it makes no sense to sell it, because if I was to sell it, I couldn't replace it for what I think I would get for it in a sale. So it's better off just staying in the stable and going from there and just keeping it and just maintaining it for what it is. So I think that's it. This video is almost 8 minutes long. I've been kind of rambling and ranting and everything else, but I figured I just want to give an update to everybody. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, go and leave them in the comments box. I always love everybody's feedback. I think it's great that I get a chance to interact with people. If you like the video of me ranting and rambling, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. That's great too. That's fine. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you part of my community. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. Talk to you later. I hope you guys are having a great snowmobiling season. Let me know how many miles that you ended up with. I would love to see and compare and everything, and as far as what you guys ended up with, as far as what area of the country that you're in or the world. All right. So again, have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. See ya.